Hello, what up my people? Welcome back to my channel once again. So today I'm going to be sharing my trade recap from on gold from September 15th on Monday to September 19th, but let's be sure, to September 19th, yes, Friday 2025. So let's go straight into that trade recap. Now, straight into that trade recap, I'll be dropping my before and after on these particular trades on these videos, so stay back to see how the trades happen and how it all went. So now, my first trade on this particular trade was on Asian session, and I entered this trade at around 1:15 a.m. Now, why did I enter this trade? I was waiting for a break of this level. After it broke the level, I was waiting for a retap. I will make this trade recap very simple. I was waiting for a retest of this particular level, and when I saw the retest of this level, I was ready already to strike in, and irrespective, I entered this trade at that same time and I banged a straight 3:1 RR. Now, why did I take profits here? I have reason for literally everything. Why did I trade profits here? Because of this particular resistance. As you can see, you will see that I counted all of this as my liquidity. These are all my liquidity because they didn't tap into this particular resistance, and when the market came, it tapped into this resistance and started reversing. So irrespective, I banged a 3:1 RR. So going to London session, in normal London session, what happened here is that I used two confluences. I used my fib level. This is my high here and this is my low here. I used fib level to catch this trade. I marked from this particular level to this particular level, and my 0.5 level was lying here. So what I did is that I went back to my 30 minutes time frame, because normally the trade was caught on the 30 minutes time frame. So when I saw that same trade, what I did is, after going to the 30 minutes time frame, I saw a clear support. When it tapped me into this particular trade at the 0.5 level, the reason why I held on to this trade was because of this 30 minutes support, and as you can see, the body candle was respected and it came and gave me a little bit drawdown on this particular 30 minutes time frame, and immediately the market actually that very day, the market consolidated around London session throughout. As you can see here, you will notice that the market started moving at New York session 1 p.m. Let's go back to the 15 minutes time frame so that you have idea of what I'm talking about. On the 15 minutes time frame, you will see that the market, let's go back. On the 15 minutes time frame, you will see that we have a resistance here. I have reasons for everything. I have reason for holding on to trades. I have reason for leaving any trade. So on the 15 minutes time frame, you will notice that this is a resistance. Can you see it here? This is a resistance, and this is the liquidity that did not tap into the resistance. So what I was waiting for on the New York session was the tap of this particular resistance. And what happened? The market came, tapped into this resistance here. Can you see? Tapped into this resistance here, and New York session broke this particular level. And that was how we banged a 4:1 RR on that Monday. Now, why did I enter this second trade, and why did I take profit from this trade, from this place? Because of this particular high here. This high was the reason why I took profit at this zone, and boom, the market gave me a 4:1 RR. Now, why did I enter this second trade? Why? The reason is that after breaking this particular level, what I was waiting for was a retest, and the market came, retested this particular level, and also broke the next level, and I banged another 3:1 RR. So for Monday, I took profit I took 3 trades and all went in profit. So going to Tuesday, Tuesday I caught this trade on the Asian session, but I caught the trade on the 5 minutes time frame. So let's go to the 5 minutes time frame. So this 5 minutes time frame now, I had a nice resistance. I have a nice resistance. So let's go through it. Let's go through the resistance. Let's go through the reason and understand why we took that trade and why we exited, where we exited. So now, as you can see, you would notice that we have a resistance here. This particular double engulfing here, immediate sell and an immediate buy and an immediate sell. Now, this week was supposed to invalidate this resistance, but if you look at the body candle, validated it again, and these are all liquidity. They didn't tap into this resistance. They did not tap into it. Based on Asian session, I knew that the market would come and tap into this particular resistance and started coming down, and that was the reason why I entered and scalped that very Asian session. And irrespective, it gave me a 3:1 RR. Now, why did I take profit here? Because of this liquidity. That was why I took profit here. I took profit because of this liquidity, because I have an OCL here that I was expecting the market to come and tap, but the market did not tap the OCL. I only took profit at this liquidity. Now, second trade, why did I enter this trade? We had a clear order block lying on our psychological level. And why did I even think that the market is going to retrace to this particular zone? Because I saw this particular order block and this same support. Can you see this support here and this order block? But later I understood that this order block did not get a nice displacement that I want. You didn't get the nice displacement that I want. You need to understand that you can't be right all the time on gold. You cannot be right all the time. So irrespective, what happened was that immediately I took this trade, it actually took me out. And this trade was actually a pre-London session trade, and the market did not hold. I didn't be I waited better for London session. I would have waited and take this particular retest. But irrespective, after this loss, I didn't take any other trade again. I waited for another opportunity. When I saw the displacement that happened after breaking this level, I was looking at another break and retest, and the market did not also respect that psychological level, and it also gave me an SL. So on that Tuesday, we took 3 trades, won 1 and lost 2 trades. So after that, waited for Wednesday. Now, why did I take this trade on Wednesday? This is actually a pre-London session trade. What I was waiting for was a tap of this OCL, and what validated this OCL? My psychological level. This psychological level validated this OCL that I knew that it was going to come and tap on it. Now, if you look at this OCL, all these trades did not tap into this OCL, so they are my liquidity. These are all liquidity. And I always say something. When I see consolidation before my point of interest, it gives me a high hope that that trade is going to hold. And that was what happened. Immediately I saw this consolidation, I knew that this OCL was going to hold. And immediately that happened, the market came, tapped me into this particular OCL with my liquidity lying below, and started giving me immediate 8:1 RR. And that was how I traded from this level to this particular psychological level. That very day was a very good day, trust me. And this particular second trade was caught on the 15 minutes time frame. So let's go to the 15 minutes time frame. I can recall literally how I traded that very day. That's why I knew every time frame. So now this particular 15 minutes trade, what happened here? Why did I take this trade? Because of this double engulfing support here. This is my support level. Now this support level came, already, if you notice, you will see that the displacement that broke this particular level was not much. We didn't break the level with huge displacement. Already that is number one confluence. My number two confluence was this my support. And what happened? Market came, tapped me into this level, tapped me into this particular trade, gave me a little bit reaction, but came back to re-tap into that same level. If you notice, we have an order block lying below here, and this particular candle did not mitigate the order block, but that is not a reason. That is not a reason. My main confluence was this support level and the displacement that did not happen around this level. And irrespective, the market respected this particular support and gave me immediate 3:1 RR. It would have been a 4:1 RR if I tightened my stop loss, but I did not. Tightening your stop loss is more of the reason why a lot of people get stops out. You don't give your trade breathing space. You don't give your trade breathing space because you want to post online and tell people that you caught so RR, and at the end of the day you end up getting your stop out, or maybe at the end of the day you end up over leveraging because you think you want to show the online odolos, you want to show them pepe. They care. So that was what happened here, and I banked immediate 3:1 RR. Now, why did I get out of this trade? Because of this liquidity level. Why did I see this as my liquidity? Because I have a nice resistance here. I have a resistance here, and that was what happened. Immediately I took profit from here. I was supposed to allow the trade, yes, to play out this level, but I like using obstructions. When I see obstruction, I like using obstructions. This trade, so that was how I actually traded from this particular level to this level also. And this particular trade, I didn't take this trade, I just did hindsight because I saw this resistance, but I knew that there is news that is coming. So I knew that this resistance wasn't going to hold. Even if it holds, I am going to get stopped out because of the news, because it's an high impact news. So that is how I traded on Wednesday, and I took 2 trades. I banked the whole 2 trades to TP. So now going to Thursday. Why did I take this trade on Thursday? Okay. So I have clear setup here on Thursday. This setup now was a 15-minute support lying above my psychological level with a liquidity that did not tap into the support. And also, when the market came and tapped into the liquidity, it gave me a little bit reaction. I'm giving you confluences now. It gave me a little bit reaction before it came to tap me into the 15-minute support. So I was so certain that the market was going to respect this particular support that was lying above my psychological level. But that very day, when the market came, tapped me in, gave me a little reaction, and took me out immediately. Within 15 minutes, I was taken out, and that wasn't pleasant. After I went through this loss, that very day I did not trade it again. I just started playing my PUBG. Game, and I was just observing the market, because one thing about my trading rules is that my first trade most of the time signifies how my remaining trades are going to be. So because I took this loss, I saw this clear setup, but did not take it because I like following my rules. That is what has been keeping me going all this while. So when I saw this same resistance, I was supposed to take the trade, but did not, based on this particular trade. My psychology was not intact that very day, and I refused to take anything. So that was how I traded only this particular setup, only this particular trade on Tuesday, and it ended up on Thursday, and it ended up in a loss. Now going to Friday, why did I take this trade on Friday? On Friday, I had 2 confluences for this trade. 3 confluence to be precise. 3 confluence, and I'm going to delete this fib level so that we have idea of what I'm talking about. So what happened here is that we had a clear 15 minutes order block lying on my psychological level. It is on my psychological level, but because it has been drawn already. You see this my psychological level. I've drawn them on the higher time frame already. So most of the time when I come to the market, they are already there. And if you notice, most of the time, anytime my trade gets to those levels, it reacts. It reacts naturally because when you know how to use higher time frame, lower time frame becomes very, 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 very easy to trade. So what happened here is that after seeing this particular order block, what I did was that I looked for my swing high and my swing low. And this is my swing high. Also, this is my swing low. So what I did here is I drew my fib level, marked from this swing high to this particular swing low, and my 0.5 level was lying on this particular 15 minutes order block. Can you see? It was lying on the 15 minutes order block. So what I did was that I was waiting for the tap of this particular order block here, and when the market came, tapped me into this particular order block, gave me a little bit drawdown, and I was looking, because I've entered 2 positions on this particular trade. I'm going to be dropping my MT5 Pro for this. I was looking at this particular order block because I use body candles on order block. I don't use wicks. I entered 2 trades. I entered 2 positions. I was looking at taking the first position, taking profit from the first position at this point. And trust me, immediately I took position from this first on this order block, the market reversed, and my second position was on break even here, and the market took me out on that particular break even. And that same day I was also looking at another retest of this low, previous day low. This is our previous day low here. So immediately I saw the retracement broke this level, came back to retap on this particular previous day low, and I was so ready that if I see a tap of this particular previous day low, I'm re-entering the market. And irrespective, my buy stop was at this level, and the market came, tapped me in, and also gave me a nice 3:1 RR. I was supposed to also take this trade after I saw the break of this level and a retest. I was supposed to take this trade, but no, I was okay with what I got. Greed is part of things you need to stay away from. You need to know how to control yourself based on what you have made. So irrespective, that particular day I banked a 3:1 RR, and I took profit at this level. I was supposed to wait, probably maybe take profit at this particular level, but no. If you know my rules and you always watch my trade recap, you will know that I take profit on my psychological level, and I don't joke with that. So that was how I traded this particular week that passed, and irrespective, we banked some nice trades. So let's count our trades. Let's count our TPs. How many TPs, how many SLs, and what is our result for this week. So this is the first trade: 1 TP, 2, 3 TPs, 4 TPs, 1 SL, 4-1, 4-2, 5-2, 6-2. I didn't take this trade. 6-2, 6-3, 6-3. I'm not going to count this because it is a break-even trade. 6-3 and 7-3. So I got 7 TPs and 3 SL. So that is how I finished this week with all these nice trades. So thanks for watching my trade recap, guys, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.